Hello, my name is Dr. Ilona Schneider, working at Eaton Technologies in Germany, Langenlohnsheim, and I'm working as professionalist enologist, but also in the beverage treatment products. And today we will have a small view on equipment which is called filterability tags via index measurement for beverages. First of all, I want to show you how the equipment works. We have here a storage tank where we can put in 5 liters of wine, for example. This 5 liters will be transferred in this measurement unit, and then we will filter the wine from the storage tank over a membrane or a filter sheet. We will start now with a trial. So we take therefore 3.3 liters of wine. We open our storage tank. And then we take a filter, put it on, and we pour in the wine in the storage tank. And then we can easily close again the whole equipment. That's now finished, and the next step will be now that we take in and put in the membrane. Now we start to prepare the filter membrane. So therefore we open the filter holder. We have to put out the syringe, put it on the top of the complete element. We take a membrane. The membrane is a PVDF membrane, 0.45 micron. And it should be wetted completely, as you can see here in the pictures. Afterwards, we take some ethanol. We will spray it small over. Therefore, we have no hydrophobic areas on the membrane. And the last step is only to close it, and that's it. We have prepared everything perfectly. We put in the glass, and we can now start to define the parameters of the filter index measurement unit. We will start now to program the equipment, and therefore we have here different functions. We have settings and information. We will now program the equipment on the parameter bottom, and there we have 3 different parameters. We have to define the maximum volume of filtration. In our case it's 3 liters. We have to define the minimal flow rate, which is in our case 50 milliliter per minute. And we measure added limits. So we measure everything which is in the storage tank, and afterwards it will stop with the measurement. If this is everything done, we can easily start then with the measurement. We go back in the main menu and we start with measuring the whole equipment. We vent the system. We open a little bit the syringe so that all the air bubbles can go out. It takes a while. And afterwards, the measurement starts. So first of all, we have to wait. So we close the syringe, and now the measurement starts after 200 milliliter. Then the constant pressure is in place. In a membrane case where we have at the moment right now, we have 1 bar of constant pressure. And now this equipment is measuring a point after 1 liter, F1, after 2 liters, F2, and after 3 liters, F3. And then we get, at the end of the day, a test program and also a graph of the whole measurement. The filtration is now finished. As you can see, all the 3 liters of the storage tank are filtered through the membrane. On the display, we will see different parameters. So we see the F1, the F2, and the F3 factor, and we also see that there is a good filterability indicated. What we also can show you is how a membrane after a filtration like that looks like. And as shown on the surface, there are no particles, so it's a clean and nice surface, but that shouldn't be every time the case. For example, we have here a membrane where there are small particles on it, or other substances could be over it, and then the membrane is blocking, and there will be not the result of a good filterability. The next step I want to show you is all our practical experience, what we have with the equipment. By meaning, if we have a winery which is filtering 8 hours during a day, we recommend to use 3 liters. Even though the winery is saying it's a lot of volume, but with the big volume we have really precise and exact parameters and data. And we can then recommend, if the 3 liters are filtered, 2 liters are easily going through, we define it as easy to filter. Everything which is lower, we define it as average to filter or too difficult to filter. That is only to give you an indication how really the enologist can adjust the filtration of the wine. A nice, innovative and new feature of the equipment is that we can use filter sheets in it. And therefore we have prepared, in this case, wine which is unfiltered, has an NTU of 50, by meaning we have yeast sediment, for example, in it. And we have here prepared the filter sheet by soaking it 15 minutes in cold water. After that, we put this filter sheet in the Beko Integra Lab 60, and we rinse the whole system with a certain amount of water, cold water, and then we put the wine in, as you can see here, and then we start with the filtration. We have started the system right now, and as you can see, the wine is going through, and we can take a sample how fast actually, or how clear the wine is going over. And as you can see, here we have the unfiltered from the storage tank, and here the filtered wine actually after BecoPet 450. That was now the session about the filterability test via index measurement equipment. We can use this equipment beside in wine also in fruit juice, in the beer industry, but also in the water industry. And we can also use it for all utilities, service media in a winery or also in other beverage industries. It's a nice tool, it's innovative, and it's one of the famous ones where you actually can use a membrane and also a filter sheet, and you can define the filterability of your beverage. Thanks a lot for the attention. See you soon.